What's up everybody, welcome to the video. I hope you're all doing well today. So I just want to have a little chat about For Honor and the upcoming year. So I talked a little bit about this on stream last night and I was thinking about it. I just thought I'd make a full video just like opening up about how I feel and stuff. So like as a full-time content creator currently, that's been pretty much just covering For Honor for years. Like I started my channel on Dark Souls 3. I had maybe 4,500 subs when For Honor was released, and ever since then it's grown to what it is today. So I just have to express my worry and my concerns going into 2024. So for the first few years of the game, I honestly never thought that I would grow my channel to the point where I could do it as a full-time job. I was always very scared of quitting my job and doing YouTube full-time. It took me a very long time to do that. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that I used to work at lots of security shifts, like 12, 15-hour shifts, man. It really impacted my content creation and my life massively. It was very unhealthy, but I worked really hard and managed to build the channel to the point where it is, you know. So at the beginning of this year, 2023, I did take the leap and quit the security work, and I focused on YouTube full-time. And it's not been like a terrible year, it's been alright, but it was maybe not the best year for me to do it in terms of like viewership with For Honor right now. So it's like, it's no secret that this year For Honor hasn't been fantastic on views, like in between seasons, across like all the gameplay channels, not just mine. Like John Delina, Nova King, Kenzo, Faram, we've all been having like, you know, a decline in viewership overall. You know, and I know that when there's new content dropping and new seasons, the views are always great, but like in between all that, they've been lower than ever this year, especially the last 6 months. So my concerns going into year 8 of the game is mainly, am I as a content creator going to be able to continue to afford to cover For Honor only? Because for years now, the streaming and the YouTube audience has been pretty stagnant. Like there doesn't seem to be any growth all that much. I know a lot of you will comment saying like, oh Havok, you should branch out to different games, but it's not that easy. I can't just do that unless of course I go back to work in security so that I can get like, you know, a proper wage coming in, and then work on other videos on other games part-time. Because when I do other games, I'm not able to make a living off those views. I'm pretty much back to square one, and I have to build up a new audience on that specific game. So this was an exception, but I definitely have the capability of branching out with the right game, because when Elden Ring released, like that was probably the most views I've ever had. The biggest payday I've ever had in my life was the Elden Ring release. Like I had a lot of views on that game, so it is definitely possible for me with the right game. But Elden Ring was like a once in a lifetime kind of game as well, but that just died really quick. It didn't really have much longevity on the YouTube. You know, the problem with a channel like mine is that For Honor is a unique game. Like there's no other games like it, so you know, I can't just go and play this other game that's like For Honor so that the For Honor audience can relate to that and stick to that. There's no other game like it, and you know, I could be wrong, but I heard that For Honor has copyrighted the combat system, which is called the Art of Battle. Like I said, I could be wrong, I don't know about that, but you know, that's what people have said, and that's why we haven't seen a game like For Honor in the past 7 years. You know, it's an absolute goldmine. You know, it's just, I just hope that Ubisoft has more planned for it going forward, with more games potentially as well. But anyway, For Honor is like far from dead in terms of player base though. I don't think, like, we don't know the exact console numbers, but with the addition of crossplay, I don't know about you guys, but I find games like almost instantly, and like even if not instantly, it doesn't take very long at all to find any games. So the game for years has always had a dedicated player base and community. You know, but I don't see a whole lot of new players coming into the game, and even when they do, like, the game has such a massive learning curve. It's really not easy to get into, so it's a tough one, especially if they're being matched with like good players or toxic players getting absolutely shit on. It's tough, man. It is tough to get into the game at this point. But I don't know, I guess I'd just like to know what the future holds for Honor. Do Ubisoft plan to push an advertisement campaign? potentially have some kind of relaunch like Overwatch 2. You know, there's so many people out there that don't even know For Honor is even still a thing, like, you know. They don't even know that the devs have been working on it actively for nearly 7 years now after launch. Every time I see a For Honor clip go viral on TikTok, for example, there's so many people that comment like, oh, I thought this game was dead. Like, what? For Honor is still a thing? You know, when the game launched, it was absolutely massive. Like, everybody was playing it. Even celebrities were playing it. You know, fucking Aquaman played it, you know what I mean? But obviously, like, with it not having the best release, and it had a lot of issues with balancing and exploits and stuff like that, it did permanently damage the game's reputation. And even after a lot of issues were resolved, like, it was still damaged. So, like I said before, man, as the years go by, we just have this dedicated player base that has stuck with the game through thick and thin. And that's why a lot of people are still playing it. That's why we're still playing it. But the people that played it at launch and like uninstalled the game never got to see how good it has become now. So I don't know, I just like to know, like, what's the plan? Do we continue to just keep going year after year, adding 2 new heroes and balance changes, and then what? Like, what, you know, one day the support just ends, the server shut down, and that's it? Like, what I'd just like to know what's gonna come in the future, man. I know they can't tell us, but I would just love to know. 8+ years of seasons, I'd like to think that there is more to come. Honestly, with For Honor, like, why work so long on the game just to let it die? Or, like, just accepting that, you know, we've got this same amount of player base, same amount of, like, viewership, no advertisement, you know, no, like, road to trying to get the game back to mainstream, or stuff like that. Whether it's a relaunch or a sequel, the game is just too unique and too fucking cool, honestly, to just let it die after so long. So, yeah. Like I said, my main thing is I just want to know what the future holds. Not even for my own selfish reasons as a content creator that does this for a living, but, like, as a fan of the game as well. You know, I don't know what the situation is with the For Honor team. You know, I don't know what kind of budgets they have. I don't know how big the team is. Whether it's growing or getting smaller, I don't know. Like, we haven't had any new maps for, like, 4+ years. I think the last map that we got was Canopy for the Shadows of the Hitakiri event, and that was 2019, I think. I think Beachhead as well was the last Dominion map we got. It was a very long time ago. So, you know, if there's not been any new maps in 4+ years, I can't see us getting one now. I heard that maps, like, cost a lot of money to make, so again, you know, I don't know what the budget's like, but are we just going to have another year of 2 new heroes, 4 hero skins, no advertisement pushing at game events? I don't know. I genuinely just hope that there's more than that in year 8. I imagine we'll get a roadmap for the year, like we always do. Probably after the new Viking hero releases on February the 1st. Man, I'd even take a whole year of new maps instead of any new heroes, to be honest. But I don't know, man. I'm honestly just concerned more than I'm excited. And that's a shame because, like I said, I'm a full-time content creator doing this. I'm not just playing the game for fun. It's a job as well. It's a shame, and it is sad that I'm, like I said, more concerned about the year coming rather than excited. I love this game, man. We all do. Like, you know, you can sit there and say, oh, I hate this game, it's shit, but you still fucking play it every day, man, you know, because we love it. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's one of those once-in-a-lifetime games that comes along. It's just one of those games that you always dreamed about, you know, as a young fucking gamer. Like, I know I did anyway, but I'm a lot older than you, most of you guys, so I grew up on, like, the original Amiga consoles and the Segas, the Sonics, the PlayStation 1, the old Grand Theft Auto games from the fucking top-down bird's eye view, you know. I'm an old fucker, man. I'm getting on a little bit, but, yeah. Anyway, just let me know what you guys think about what I've said. Anyway, if you've got anything to add, please comment below, man. I'd love to read them all. Like, will we see cross progression in 24? Will that even help? I don't know, man. It won't. My main concern is the growth of the game, advertisement, getting people in, or, like, you know, I don't know, man. Have a great day, everyone. Anyway, have a great weekend. I'm going to be doing a 2023 highlights video with all my best and funny moments from this year, so keep your eye out for that, man. I love you guys. Honestly, thank you for all your support over the years. It does mean a lot to me. I can't do this without you guys, man. That's the thing. I cannot do this without you, so I appreciate each and every single one of you. It means a lot to me. But let's hope that 2024 brings some amazing things, especially with For Honor.